Not many TV shows have actually had a conclusion, but it seems the best shows had a final episode. One of the first programs with a definite conclusion was The Fugitive. For 4 years, audiences watched as Richard Kimball pursued the one-armed man, the real killer of his wife. Chasing Kimball across the 4 years was Detective Gerard. In the final episode, Kimball finally found and cornered the one man who could prove his innocence.
You killed her, didn't you? You killed my wife, didn't you? Didn't you? Didn't you? You killed her. Yeah, I killed her. Why? 'Cause she wouldn't let me go. Like to claw my eyes out. I didn't mean to hit her so hard. Yeah, I killed her. Now I'm gonna kill you. Won't have to worry about you again no more.
It's probably hard to believe when this situation comedy aired in the early 80s that many experts predicted situation comedies were dead. Then, a little program called The Cosby Show debuted, and it ruled the airways for the next 7 years. I wonder what happened to those experts. The Cosby Show's final moments were as classy as the episodes that preceded it, and it did something that few programs ever did. It broke the fourth wall between the audience and the show, acknowledging that Cosby was a TV program. If Cosby rewrote and redefined situation comedy in the 80s, Seinfeld smashed the mold. Its creators said the ground rules for Seinfeld were no group hugs and no lessons learned. And for 7 years, millions of viewers watched Jerry, Elaine, George, and Kramer stumble and connive their way through life. In the final episode, karma came calling as the Gang of Four went on trial for years of misdeeds. The final shows in our review are probably two of the most popular AFRTS ever aired. Star Trek: The Next Generation accomplished two feats most people thought impossible. It successfully continued the legacy of one of the most popular shows, and it proved that a TV series produced outside the influence of the big three networks, ABC, CBS, and NBC, would work. Until the day it aired its final episode, it was one of the highest rated syndicated series. The last show had the crew of the Enterprise doing what they did best, saving the universe.
We're losing containment. Goodbye, Jean-Luc. I'm going to miss you. You had such potential. But then again, all good things must come to an end. Containment field isn't critical. I'm losing it. The Continuum didn't think you had it in you, Jean-Luc. But I knew you did.
You're saying that it worked? We collapsed the anomaly.
Is that all this meant to you? Just another spatial anomaly, just another day at the office?
Did it work?
Well, you're here, aren't you? You're talking to me, aren't you?
What about my crew?
The anomaly, my ship, my crew. I suppose you're worried about your fish, too. If it puts your mind at ease, you've saved humanity once again.
But if one program could be called the most popular, it was this one. Hard to imagine it was almost canceled in its first 2 years. But CBS gave it a chance, and when audiences discovered MASH, they stuck around for 9 years. It ran 3 times longer than the Korean War it was set in. A record number of viewers watched as the men and women of the 4077 finally went home. The that led to this classic moment of goodbye between B.J. Honeycutt and Benjamin Hawkeye Pierce.
I'll see you back in the States. I promise. Just in case, I left you a note. What?